Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube. It is Ryan with Soaps and Hose. It is 3:30 on August 17th. Had a honey-do list this weekend. Me and my wife built this deck about 6 months ago. We've been waiting for it to dry out. We built this weekend, and then we built this all the way around our deck as well. I know it's going to take a while to dry, but it's real thin wood. It's treated, but anyways, I am going to restore this deck right here. This is our old deck. It stained this probably 3 years ago with Cabot stain you get at Lowe's. We'll never use it again. I have Wood Defender 200 series in my garage. We'll be using to stain and seal this deck, and I'm gonna go ahead and restore this wood as well. So because this has never been stained, I'm gonna use sodium metasilicate on this, and on this deck over here I'm gonna use sodium hydroxide because it's been stained. So let's see how that turns out. But I'll set you guys up. I'll set you guys up so you can see the process. Before using any kind of chemical on wood to clean, you have to pre-wet. Do not put on these chemicals with the wood dry. It's going to soak it completely in, and you're going to waste your time. It's going to damage the wood. So pre-wet the wood first. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to start with the sodium hydroxide on the stain part first, because this right here, a little bit leaked over there, it's going to work super fast. So I'm going to work on the hard part first and get this stain off. Alright, I am applying the sodium hydroxide to the stained deck, and then I'm going to move to the sodium metasilicate on this deck. Alright, so I lied. I'm not going to do both decks at the same time. I'm going to wait, give this about 15 minutes dwell time. Then I'm going to come through with my J-rod with my, I want to say it's a 60-degree tip. And I'm going to low pressure get all this stuff off. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's already starting to discolor. Get that old stain off. See it puddling up down here. See all that coming off? But I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 more minutes. We got a huge storm coming. I'm gonna try and beat it, but we'll see how that cleans. All right, so I've been out here getting this. It's pouring down rain, but there's no lightning, so I'm gonna work through it. It's looking like I'm gonna have to do this again, but I'm gonna add butyl booster, which is a liquid. I'm gonna add that into my solution. I'm gonna do 2 cups hydroxide per gallon, and just dump the rest of the butyl booster in, and that will completely get the rest of this stain off. But I'm gonna keep going. I only got a little bit more on the stain deck. I can't really do my other deck right now because it's continuously raining. It's just going to dilute the solution, the metasilicate, and not let us do its job. So I'm going to do this real quick, finish up, and then once this rain clears, we'll continue. right, y'all, it's about 20 minutes after that downpour. Look at that. Blue skies. That's how it is in Georgia. Gotta love it. Come on now. All right, breaking the weather. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bigger deck. I'm gonna do it with sodium metasilicate. I did a test spot. It's gonna look phenomenal. But here, I want to show you something though. So at the end of my I live at the end of a cul-de-sac, and all the water drains down beside my house. I want to show you this. It's like a freaking flood down here. The drain is down here. I don't know if you can see that, but pretty irrelevant to pressure washing, but I think it's pretty cool. Chick, chick, chick. It's my chickens. All right, so this deck actually looks awesome. I'm gonna have to hit it one more time though, but right now I'm gonna do this part, and we're gonna use sodium metasilicate. Watch the magic.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so I need to quit saying all right, so I get it, I understand, I got to keep cutting it out. Anyways, sodium metasilicate's been on here about 15-20 minutes. I put an extra coat on there just to make sure that it's soaked in, and we're gonna go ahead and low pressure wash these boards one end to the other, no stopping in between. All right, so I said it again, damn it, I gotta quit. One of the coolest parts about restoring wood, in my opinion, is when you put oxalic acid on clean wood. I've already accidentally spilled a little bit. You can see right there how much it lightens up, but this is the coolest part, in my opinion, about restoring wood. Just watch how this lightens up. After you put on the oxalic, which, by the way, I hope y'all saw the difference there. Real time, I mean, it's amazing. You could just sprinkle a little bit on there, like drops of it, and you literally see it change before your eyes. I just put a test spot on the section that I washed earlier. I'm gonna have to re-hit this whole deck, but you can see where I put it. It's already a lot lighter. I mean, it's a wood brightener, that's what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna go fire up the machine and I'm going to rinse all this off now that it's been sitting. And then after that, I mean, we gotta wait, let the drying period begin before we stain this. But I will have more to follow. I will probably go through the process on hitting that with the hydroxide and the butyl boost, and we'll see how that works. The rain has cleared for probably the next couple hours, and I'm about to throw the kitchen sink at this back deck. When you're restoring wood and you throw the kitchen sink, so this is what I got in 2 gallons. I've got potassium hydroxide, which is the molecules are smaller than sodium hydroxide, so it's gonna work. It should work better. I got a 1.5 pounds in there, and I also put in butyl booster. Put about half a bottle in there. I'm gonna mix that up, but this is the stuff you have to use a gas mask for, eye protection, gloves, the whole 9 yards, because this stuff is no joke. So we'll see if this works. All right, so got my PPE on, and we're about to spray. So I just sprayed this all down with water and everything's sudsed up. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer on the flat part, but I'm gonna go ahead and work from the top down, and we'll see. Hopefully this works better. Good afternoon, everyone. Ryan Soaps and Hose. The rain finally stopped long enough for this deck to dry. I'm doing my house deck. So let me show you what we got right now. So I have palm sanded basically the entire thing. It looks so much better after sanding. I've done the railings, done the steps. Still got to blow everything off. I've done up here. So let me show you all a couple things I've been using. So this is a drywall sander. Super cool. Got a vacuum bag hooked up. It's electric, and I put 60 grit sandpaper on it, and I've sanded the floor of both of these decks. I would suggest, so this was raw wood, this has never been painted or stained. I would suggest, if you have to actually strip stain by sanding, rent or buy a floor sander. This thing, it does okay, but I basically wanted it to rough up the surface to get ready for stain. It's not gonna take any stain or paint off. It's just not, I'm not sure why it doesn't work, to be honest with you. Super cool though. It only costs $100. I'm also going to show you this other thing right here. So I'm going to run it real fast, but it's this little tiny belt sander, and that's for getting in between these columns here. So let me show you how this thing works. It's super cool. It's going to get loud. All right, so I bought that from Harbor Freight today so I'm not a member, so it was $59. I've used the same piece of sandpaper for the entire deck so far. I've only got a couple more spots to go, but I wanted to show you how that worked. I would highly suggest getting one of those excuse me, for hard to reach spots. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to set you up. I'm going to take that drywall sander and I'm going to go over this deck one more time. My goal tonight is so we're going to do from the very top piece is going to be like a cedar, and then all this down is going to be black. All the vertical surfaces are going to be black, and all the horizontal surfaces are going to be like a cedar stain. But I'll put a link to all that in the description on what stain I use. And if you would like to check it out. This is going to look super cool when it's done. So just let's see what happens. We're going to use this drywall sander real quick and do a last one over on this deck floor here. First order of business is we're going to start at the top. So stain runs down, if you didn't know. So we're going to start at the top. This is going to be the Leatherwood transparent Leatherwood from Wood Defender around the top. I'm going to tape off this, go all the way around, and then I'm going to paint the top that Leatherwood, and then we're going to go with the black around all the vertical portions. Got all that taped off. Now let's see how this is going to look on here. It's a little darker than we anticipated, but I think it's going to lighten up, which they usually do in the first couple days / weeks. Remember, you want to apply to rejection, so it's going to be kind of thick. We are doing the black part now. I got my helper with me. Hey everybody, it's getting dark out, so we're gonna call it for the night, but we did get the black stain done. Not gonna lie, it took a lot longer than I thought it would be, but it looks freaking amazing. This video doesn't do it justice, it's dark out, but that black stain, that stuff's legit. I love it. It's almost like paint, but you can just barely see through and see the wood grain. It looks awesome. I can't wait to see it when it's done. Tomorrow I am going to finish it up in the morning. I actually was given the day off by my boss, so I'm going to finish it up in the morning, and yep, y'all have sweet dreams. All right, we are getting ready to do the deck. Let's see this transformation. Now is the fun part. We are going to finish the top of this deck. Hey everybody, so I was just editing my video of my deck restoration and staining and realized we didn't do a after video, so don't mind the stuff all over it, but this is what it looks like completely done. Did black around the bottom. But so this is getting stained. That's in the process of getting sanded, so stand by for that. Hey buddy, hey bud, let's say hi. Let's say hi. And so that's got to dry, and so does that, and we're gonna match it with that right there in the bottom. But this is what the upper deck looks like. Completely done. A little dirty from the dogs, but it looks so much better than it did. Say hi. So his name is Rip. As you can see, he's got a scar all the way on his back right here. We rescued him. When we rescued him like that, nobody knows what happened to his back, but he was a puppy. He was found downtown Savannah, in a bad part of town, and someone rescued him and took it to Renegade Paws Rescue in Savannah. And yeah, we don't know what happened to his back, but we are also Yellowstone fans, so we named him Rip because he's got a rip on his back and he's a badass. All right, well, that is gonna wrap it up for the video on the deck. If anybody has any questions, I can help out when I can on the process. And other than that, hope you enjoyed the video.